We'll start with the main cover. Here you go. Rivalry Reborn, featuring Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers and Texas A&M quarterback Connor Wegman. An opportunity to celebrate the return of the rivalry that has really defined the state of Texas in a lot of ways over the course of the last, 100 years or so. And of course, after a 12-year hiatus, they are getting back on the field. Every February-ish, the Dave Campbell's Texas football staff comes together and starts talking about the cover. And the guiding principle behind our cover process, both main cover and gatefold cover, is what is the most compelling story in the state of Texas this year? Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Because ultimately, my goal as managing editor is that I want you to look across the history of our magazine and be able to tell the story of what was most important that year. What was the story? And having the conversation with the staff, and we kicked around a variety of different ideas, but we all kept landing back on the revived rivalry between Texas and Texas A&M, and what has meant to the state historically. And that magazine, and especially with two quarterbacks that I think we can say are either superstars or potential superstars, right? I think Connor Wegman, before he got hurt, proved himself to be a potential star there at Texas A&M, and then Quinn Ewers, of course, leading Texas to the college football playoff last year. An opportunity to put the faces of the franchise on the cover of Dave Campbell's Texas Football for the two programs that are meeting on the field for the first time in 12 years. That was the choice that we ended up making, and it became, as the more and more we talked about it, it became more and more the obvious choice to put Texas and Texas A&M and their revived rivalry on the cover. And so then comes the whole idea of putting it together, right? We knew we wanted to get Quinn and Connor in the same room at the same time, but that's hard.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to really pull back the curtain. It's hard to schedule the main cover shoot almost at any point because you're working with it's college.
Almost always, yeah.
Almost always college, either athletes or coaches. And during the spring, they're busy. You think like, oh, it's the off season. It's really not. So we were like, okay, it's hard enough to get one party down. Let's see if we could get two superstars at that.
Absolutely. And so we reached out to Texas and Texas A&M, and we can't give enough credit. So many thanks to Alan Cannon at Texas A&M and to Thomas Stepp at Texas for putting this together. And then there's another group that we need to make sure we shout out here, which is, believe it or not, the Texas High School Coaches Association, because we needed a place for them to meet. We needed a space to do the shoot in, because we didn't want to do it. We didn't want to make Quinn Ewers drive to College Station, and we didn't want to make Connor Wegman drive to Austin. So we said, all right, what's relatively in the middle? Well, San Marcos. And that is where the THSCA is headquartered, and they were so gracious to allow us use of their space to do this photo shoot. The outstanding San Antonio-based photographer Aaron Mellion shot this cover for Dave Campbell's Texas Football. We got them in the room together. We did some awesome shots. I got to be honest, it's weird. I asked both of them. We have some interviews for social media that you'll see on our social media platforms over the next week or so about this. But Connor and Quinn, it's worth remembering, they know each other just from the quarterback circuit.
Yeah.
They were both elite prospects.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were at the Elite 11 the same year.
I think
maybe a year removed.
They came in and it was one of the things I asked them, when's the last time you guys saw each other? And I think they said they were at Elite 11 together. That's the last time they were together. Of course, Quinn then reclassified before going off to Ohio State before transferring back to Texas. All that is to say that they were super gracious with their time. They were cool with each other.
Yeah.
I hate to pull back the curtain a little bit, but the Texas quarterback and the Texas A&M quarterback, they're kind of cool with each other. They're broing down a little bit. But it was super cool to get them in the same room and to do this photo shoot together with something that they obviously grew up, both Texas guys, grew up reading, and it meant a lot to them to be on the cover of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. And Aaron Mellion did a fantastic job. A shout out to Aaron Boda as well, who helped us design the cover. We're really thrilled with it, and we think it's going to be really stand the test of time as far as Texas and Texas A&M on the cover of the 2024 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football.
Well, and I think we would be remiss not to mention, too, both Texas high school football products. Most people know that. But for anybody who doesn't, Quinn Ewers was the outstanding quarterback at South Lake Carroll, and then Connor Wigman down at Bridgeland in the
Maximum
Cypress.
Bears.
Maximum Bears. That's where he was the reason Maximum Bears started.
He was.
So just really cool to see those two guys be such a force in the Texas high school football ranks, and then now get to kind of be that resurgence of the game that we've missed for so long.
100%. To be the face of the game, you know, that I think is going to ultimately define it. And I do want to make sure when you pick up your 2024 summer edition of Dave Campbell's Texas Football, I hope you'll read the main feature, which is really expertly crafted by our own Mike Craven. And he kind of dives into what Texas versus Texas A&M means in this era, in the sense of we know what it's meant historically, but college football has changed even in the 12 years that they haven't played. Like, it's changed so much, let alone from when they were playing in 1963. So what does Texas versus Texas A&M mean culturally? What does it mean to this new generation? Is it the same rivalry? And it's a great piece really exploring all the tentacles that come along with these two teams getting back on the field together after more than a decade away. But we're thrilled about it. Again, we can't thank the University of Texas, specifically Thomas Stepp and Quinn Ewers for their time, as well as Texas A&M University and the remarkable Alan Cannon, Ole AC, hooks us up again, good man, as well as Connor Wegman, their outstanding quarterback, for taking the time to be on the cover of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. We're thrilled with the way that the cover looks, and you can get yours mailed directly to you before it hits newsstands if you go to texasfootball.com/subscribe.